Okay, so good afternoon, everyone, and happy Thursday again. Thank you for joining me today for today's webinar. I am your presenter, Laura Stanlaw. I'm one of the customer success managers here at InfoBase, and I personally support the K through 12 market for South Carolina State Library. We are excited to share that Discus has just acquired the Mailbox Plus as an add-on to LEARN360. So for today, we will cover and learn about some of the interactive materials to help engage your students in a fun and inspirational way, all on an easy-to-use LEARN360 platform. So again, as people are coming in, more people are coming in, I will be recording this session, so if you'd like to go back and watch it again, you will receive the link to the recorded version. So that should be ready by later today or by tomorrow. And I also have the Q&A and the chat open. So if you have any questions or if you'd like to share your thoughts or any feedback, please feel free to submit them there. So my goal for today for you is to just give you a nice introduction and highlight some key features so that you can start implementing this into your curriculum planning. So if you haven't already done so, but if you have, then that's great. So if you've already been in there, then you're one step ahead of me right now. So with that being said, if you direct your attention to my shared screen here, we have the LEARN360 site open. So there's actually a couple of ways that you can access the Mailbox Plus content through this platform, but for now, I'm just going to show you how to get into the Mailbox site directly. So if I direct your attention up here to this gray navigation bar, you would just come up here, you'll see your InfoBase resources, and then you're going to click this Mailbox icon here. So as soon as you click into that, it'll bring you directly into your newly acquired Mailbox Plus site. So just a very easy navigation to reach the site. So from here, we can, now begin our, our walkthrough, and, we'll just kind of start with some, just some basics of the homepage. So this, pretty self-explanatory. This is the homepage. This is the home screen. This little icon here, this Mailbox Plus icon, this is the home page link. This link will always bring you back to the front page. And then if we move over here, we have your search bar. So as you can see, you'll find that we have over 54,000 multimedia assets that make up the Mailbox Plus. So, as you start utilizing and getting more familiar with the site, you will notice that our content provides a variety of supportive materials, such as things like what is new, most popular, activities, worksheets, lesson plans, printables, and just so much more. But what is great to point out about this, from an educator's point of view, you have full access to all of the grade content. So, and it starts from pre-kindergarten and it goes all the way up to 6th grade. So to kind of give you an example of that, let's say you're an individual teacher and maybe you were recently transferred to teach a different grade level. So you're going to teach a different grade than you taught before. Regardless of any professional changes or transitions, you will always have unlimited access to all the content. So all the grade content in the Mailbox Plus will be available to you. So there are a couple of ways that you can do your search. You can start your search. You can navigate to the top left corner to this hamburger menu. So you can browse by grade. So you can filter out by your grade level, or you can browse by your subject area. Or another way that you can access the content are through these top circles here. So if we jump into, let's say, grade 1, you will find all the subject areas pertaining to the first grade and their topics. So, for example, if you want to explore grammar and all the content related to grammar, so if I go into capitalization, you'll see that there are, multiple worksheets related to capitalization. And then if we go back, same goes for, the other subjects. So we have math, we have science, we have social studies. We also have a seasonal subject area. So what's nice about this is if there's anything that you can tie into the season, whether that would be fall or even Halloween, which is fast approaching, you can tie that into the skill that you're teaching. And that can really grab the attention of students a lot more when you're adding that seasonal element to it. So you might want to explore some of those worksheets with the upcoming fall season. So we have things like with apples, and it goes up to like Thanksgiving, pumpkins. So a lot of nice things to explore in there for the worksheets. And then I want to jump into teacher tools. So this is more for classroom management. So we have a variety of materials to help you with organization in the classroom. And maybe you need to put some special routines into place. So as we scroll down here, we have things such as dismissal cards, we have bathroom passes. I think if we even go further down, there's just so much. We even have things, I think, in here like cleanup time in the classroom. So there's just, so many ways that you can create structure in the classroom with your students. So again, and there's 500, and so you'll see here this filter option here. So you'll see that there's 505 results for grade 1. And of course, it is important to reiterate the filter. So if I would definitely filter whatever grade you're teaching. It'll just pare down, you search and what you're looking for and what is appropriate for your grade. And then if we go back, we have other. So I want to point out something here called morning work. So let's say your students are just coming into class and you're trying to get settled in for the day. You can assign something in the morning for your kids to do as a weekly practice. So if I go to the relevance here that you can search for the newest content, you'll see here that there are a bunch of recently added morning work that you could start planning for October and November. So if I go into, I'm just going to dive into, this is just for week 2 for October, but there's a week 1, and then I think it goes up to week 4. You'll see here that here's some worksheets for an activity that the student can do with letters. So this is a nice little activity here. So, we really try and we provide what we think, you would need in the classroom. And what's important to note is the editors of the Mailbox Plus, they are former teachers. So they know exactly what you're going to need in the classroom. So, that's definitely something, that's definitely a plus. So no pun intended there for the Mailbox Plus. Okay, so if we return back, I'm going to return back to the home page. That's the morning work. So I want to point out a little bit of the home page and some of our featured content. So another way that you can find our content. So on the 1st of every new month, there will be new resources posted under this featured content section of the homepage. So going back, as you can see, we have the 54,000 plus assets, which will always remain the same. And you can do your search and find content anytime. But every month, our editors will publish additional activities, and it will go live here. So for each level at the beginning of every new month, you're going to be getting new content. So if I just jump in here and just show you new for October. And, we try to feature activities that you can pretty much use any time of the year, but of course, these are more curated to be seasonal. So if I kind of I'm just going to jump into grade 2 to 3, just to give you an example. So you'll see something here from the editor. We have a little editor's note here for that month. And then if you scroll further down, you will find different features that are put out for that month. So we have some, activities here on all the happenings and how you can celebrate the upcoming month of October. So for example, we have items such as pumpkin picking. So this is a nice little activity here at the pumpkin patch. So with this activity, the student would complete these sentences using these bold words. And what's nice is that it even tells them the definitions, which can help them with placement. We have another activity here called a Halloween getaway. So this is another word activity. Another word matching activity. So, the students can, think about, which of these words, can apply to planning a short trip. So, they could match these words with what to pack, when to pack, how to travel. The last page even has the answer key. So, these are just really nice activities because it keeps students engaged with the work, but at the same time, it will really reinforce their thinking skills. So that's just an idea on the for the October feature. If I go back to the homepage, I'm just going to jump in because we are in September. So if we just look at some of our featured content for our current month, and I'm going to go into now kindergarten. So again, we have a little editor's note, and then we have something here called ready to use lessons. So these are lesson plans pretty much all ready to go, and it provides the students with the materials that they need. So here we have a rhyming lesson. So it'll tell the students that they will be recognizing rhymes. And it has everything here for them. It has the materials for the student. There's an introduction, what the activity will entail. And then, of course, it has the activity itself. And then if we just kind of continue down, you'll find more worksheets, like you have something here on math and letters. But what I want to show you, and what is most popular, are our forms. So this is actually a programmable calendar. So what's nice about this is that you can actually go in and schedule what you plan to do for that month. And you can type, right here on the screen. So today is the 7th. So I'm just going to type webinar. So you pretty much can just plan it, whatever your needs are for the month. You could just fill that out, and then you have the ability to download it. So you can download it with your changes, and then you could print it, and you can do whatever you like for your classroom. So this is, I think, a very popular one. I was told, I believe this is a very popular one for educators and for you. So we all need that planning. So I want to go back up, just going to go back up to the top. I just want to point out right here the archives really quickly. So, let's say you're enjoying what this editor put out for September, or you were enjoying what the October editor put out, and maybe you're curious to know what was posted for last year, or maybe the year before. You can find those issues from previous years right here in the Mailbox archives. So if I just kind of click onto 2022 last year, you'll see some stuff that was posted from this editor from last year. And of course, you can always do your search up here. You could always type in your search if there's something specific that you're looking for, but we just like to give a variety and just different ways that you can search your content. Okay, so I'm just going to go back now, and I'm going to jump into make and print tools, which is another popular spot for teachers. So this whole section here, this is dedicated to provide many helpful tools that you may need to customize and create things for your classroom. So we have something here called a card maker. So, you have a variety of ways to make cards. So maybe you need labels for your classroom, or maybe you need to make name tags or desk tags. So you'll find that you have, some choices here. So I'm just gonna select one of these. I'm gonna select the second one and just show you how to do that. You could even select an art if you want to select a border. You don't have to, but I'm gonna do so. So I'm gonna go for this little backpack guy here. And then you can select your font. You could just kind of customize that however you want. I'm going to choose blue. And then I'm just going to type in some names here just to show you. And fun fact, these are real names. I have 4 little nephews that started school this week. So I think this is a convenient time to give them a little shout. Okay, and then I'm just going to preview that. And then just to show you, this is what you get when you create your name tags. So again, once you do that, then you can download it and then you can print it out. So I think the card maker tool, this is actually the most used thing right now. So this is name tags, because we all need to create that kind of structure in the classroom, right? And that's why I believe this is really the most used thing right now. All right, so if we go back, I want to proceed to the spelling list maker. So here you can create your own spelling lists. So this works the same way as as a card maker. So you can either choose a spelling list that you have, or you can choose a spelling list with activities that we have. So I'm going to select that just so I could show you the activities. And again, you can select your borders the same way as before. You can select your font and your color. We'll try blue. And I think I have some spelling words here. I'm just going to type in tree, earth, sun. There's I think those are some spelling words. And then as you go down, you could actually select one of the spelling activities that are appropriate for your grade. So, for example, maybe for a lower grade, you might want to use like magnetic letters, or if it's for an older grade, maybe you would want the student to write out the words and then highlight each vowel or circle the vowel. So you can kind of like customize this however you want. And then I'm just going to hit preview. So when you preview, there you go. You have your spelling words, and then you have your directions here. So this is a nice way to quickly create spelling lists if you choose to do it this way. Okay, so I'm just checking the chat. I don't see anything in there. Just want to keep an eye on that. Okay, so let's continue on. So that's the spelling list. We have something here, a bingo board maker. So again, it's the same concept as the last two. You can select a layout, a border. We'll just, once again, I'll just I know it's a little repetitive, but just want to show you the examples. I have a few bingo words here, just to kind of have them ready for copy and paste. And then we'll just hit preview. So there you go. The same way, there's a teacher card too. And then again, you can customize this however you want, how many you need. So, and everybody loves bingo. So that's the bingo board tool. So now I want to go into forms. So this kind of circles back to when I showed you the calendar. So it's all in this section of forms. So we have a variety of forms. So I'm just going to just show you a couple of these that are, worth showing. So we have, let's go into newsletters first. So oftentimes it's a requirement to send home, what is, going on during the week, especially for those, lower grades. You might want to use these newsletters. So here you can, type, you could type right here online. So I'm just going to put my last name is Stanlaw. So say I'm Mrs. Stanlaw. You could put the date. And you kind of just fill this out however you want. So you can download it and then save it. And then you can even email it to the parents. So it's just a way to communicate with parents, and it just looks very clean and professional. So that is the newsletters. And, again, just to circle back to, the filter options, because there's just so many results. So here we have 985 results here. So it would be difficult to show every single one. So there are a lot here that you can explore, but it's just good to just show you that example of what you can use. So if we go back, oh, I think I have someone in the Q&A. Oh, hi, Linda. Are the tools, calendar, custom name tags, only downloadable via the same folder and use? So you can, I'm actually able to download and save this to my computer. So I'm not logged in through like my own personal demo account. I have one created, like I created my own profile. And I was actually still able to download and save this to my computer. But I was going to get to that. For users that should have, it is beneficial to create your own personal profile. That way you have more freedom to kind of, more range of, to kind of save content in your personal account. But yeah, they can download it as well. Does that answer your question? And yes, they can email it to other colleagues. So let me just, if I go into newsletter and I just pull one up. So each of these will have a share option, so you can email it. Great. Okay. All right, so let me go back now to, let's see. I was in the forms. So that's the form. So I'm going to go into clip art. So a lot of these clip arts, some of these, will have colors, and, some of these, don't have color. So something like this can be nice. Maybe this can be a nice like Friday activity, or maybe right before a holiday break. You might want the kids to do some coloring. So this is just a nice section for like arty kind of projects. So if we just sort by relevance, you'll see some of the newest stuff that's been added. We also have like a most viewed filter option. So you can kind of just see like what's most popular there. And, there's so much here that you can explore. I wish I could show you everything. That's why, please feel free to, submit, anything in the chat. Like if there's something that I overlooked and, you want to cover, just let me know. I'm just kind of at this point, I'm just showing just like some key things, some key features. All right, so why don't we go back to the forms? Let's see what else we can look at with forms. Let's look at awards. I like this part with the awards. So this is a nice way to give back and, really show students how you appreciate and value them, and, really reward them, for when they do good work. So there's a lot of results here for that you can fill out for hats off, cool work, excellent student. I think I saw something in here about the dentist. I'll have to try and see if I could find that, but it's just so many cool things that you just wouldn't think, and then you just get excited when you find it. And then, of course, we have other things here, like we have progress reports, we have checklists, homework, notes to home, flashcards. So just a lot of good content here for the creator tools that you can explore. Any questions on that before I move on? Again, I don't want to go too fast. I just want to be able to. Okay, I don't see anything in the chat, so we'll just move on. So why don't we go into lesson plan builder? So this is a nice section too. So, this is a way for you to, quickly create lessons specifically on math and language arts skills. So this can actually come in handy if you don't have, a lesson planned, and maybe you're going to be out that day and you have a substitute teacher coming in. This can be a great, a great quick way to prepare a lesson. Or maybe you just want to enhance other lessons that you're doing. This can be a great place to start. So I'm just going to, start building a lesson just so that you can see what that is. So I'm just going to select grade 3. I'll select math, and everything will populate over to the right here as you're building. Let's try fractions, the skill, equivalency, or wait. Oh, okay, numbers on a number line. And then, of course, you can personalize your cover page. So you could put your name, you could put the date. You could even make it pretty and put a border. Some teachers might have to, submit this into the principal. So, maybe you just want to make it look, spruce it up, make it look nice. There's some additional notes here that you can do. So maybe you want to, put a reminder or for the student, or don't forget to bring this. So it's just something that you can just customize and make your own. And then I'm just going to view the lesson page. Show you how that comes up. Okay. And then here's your preview for your lesson. And then you can, you can edit, and then when you're ready, and Linda, going back to your question before, you can email this directly to the substitute. So if that's what you're looking to do, this can go directly to somebody. So that is the, pretty much what the lesson plans are. Any questions on that? I could always go back. No questions. Okay. All right, well, there's really only a couple of things that I want to point out. So if I go back now to the home page, I just want to show you this last section here on the home page for most popular. So this section centers around what we feature to be appropriate for the time of year. So for example, if I just jump right into here, Grandparents' Day activities. So this is perfect. I believe Monday coming up is Grandparents' Day. So maybe you want to do an arts and crafts activity with your kids to celebrate grandparents. So there's a really cute couple of activities here that you can have your students do. So you can glue a picture on this. You can even, put ribbons on it and just kind of create a nice little project with that. I think there's another, greeting card here. Another one that, you can do, you can use sticks, and just a lot of just fun ways to just do these things. So again, this is just really just another way that our editors, curate our content to be timely. So you'll find that this most popular section will, change as time goes on. And then just one of the last things that I wanted to cover, but I think I pretty much answered that question, is, the Your Profile section. So, if you haven't already done so, I would recommend that, you create your own personal profile. So again, you can navigate through here and search content, But what's beneficial about creating your own profile is that as you're planning your lessons, you can save your own content by, you could create folders. You can even set up email notifications. So if there's any new titles that InfoBase adds, we can send that to you and let you know on those updates. You can also, in the profile section, you could even select your grade. So if you want to just like filter the content for only the grade level that you're teaching right now, when you're in your profile, you can select your grade. And then when you're logged in here, it'll just kind of change to, just the grade. So right now it just says pre-K through 6, but if you filter with your grade, it'll just show your grade. So, kind of just makes things a little bit easier as you're planning your lessons, and then you can save your work. So that is, basically what I wanted to show everyone for the Mailbox Plus. So, now I'll just leave it open if there's any, questions or comments. And again, if there's anything that that you want to cover and I missed, I could always jump into that